Greetings, dear esteemed students. This is Dr. West. I am actually giving you this YouTube video because of the fact that we had some technical issues with the recording from our webinar session on yesterday, April the 12th. Oh no, April the 13th. And today I just want to recap and just give you an overview of what I discussed on yesterday. So today you just need to look at this sample report. Is something that to let you know that what your report is due tomorrow. This is just a sample report, meaning that you're only going to use this as a model. This is the model, but your topic, your title, that's a different thing. Your title is based on what was placed in Blackboard. Your title here is The Importance of Work Ethics in Today's Global Society. You're writing a 1.5. You see it's highlighted, 1.5 pages. And your third page will be your reference page. And you will save your actual report, your work ethics report, with the file name Importance of Work Ethics. If you've already saved it with a different name, don't worry about it. Just make sure that you save it and upload it into Blackboard. I already have the Dropbox available in Blackboard. I'm going to that right now. And once I actually go to the course content, and you will see the work ethics assignments Dropbox, and you will go in and upload your work ethics assignments there under course content. So let me go back to the announcements to let you know that that is something that I discussed on Monday, yesterday, as we move forward. Okay, your topic name is The Importance of Work Ethics in Today's Global Society. You can actually look at these traits, and remember, these are the traits that we discussed back in January. So you need to just go back and look at what are the 3 traits that you selected. And you should already have your rough draft in front of you. I gave you feedback on your rough draft back in February or back in March. I gave you feedback in March. So you should know where you stand with your rough draft. But these are the traits here, and you only need to choose 3 out of those 10 traits. And I think all of you all know your traits because you should have that. Now, as far as the sample report, just remember that your font should be Times New Romans, 12 font size, double space, and you need to have your internal citations inside your report to give the author credit to avoid plagiarism. You need side headings with your introduction, body, and conclusion, and your reference page should have a minimum of 3 different references. And I recall telling you all about how to go in, and we actually went to the library twice. We went to the library twice to discuss how to format an APA style, formatting style. But if you do not remember, this YouTube video is available in Blackboard, and I sent it to you through Remind as well as an email. So you can go back and listen to and look at the formatting instructions within this YouTube video that is available in Blackboard. And the person on this video will definitely tell you how to format APA formatting style for your text, any type of book, journal, or article, or magazine. They're actually, let me go to this one. 6th edition, I believe, will come up, so you can see that, and you can look at that video as well. And that publication is most recent, for as far as I recall. But I just want to share that with you. And I'm going to skip this ad so you can actually hear that this is where the APA for internal citations believe this is coming up. I'm not sure why it's slow, but I'm going to delete
Hello,
it.
and welcome to Using APA Style. We're going to talk about how to use.
Okay, so we don't have time to go into it because of the of this particular video. We don't have time, so I just want to go ahead and expedite time and go on expeditiously. Close this one out so I can move forward. Now, as far as your rubric, this is not the rubric I want to show you. The rubric for your work ethics assignment is 20 points, and you can see that I need to make sure that you all are aware that you need to make sure you have the topic, and all elements relate to the topic should be explained clearly. Evidence of writing quality, make sure that you have excellent writing quality, subject-verb agreements, and you want to make sure that you avoid using apostrophe S on verbs, or like, for example, it is. That's something you want to make sure you separate, because if you put it apostrophe S, that means that you are using contractual words, and you want to avoid that. You want to use only apostrophe S when that shows ownership. Also avoid using you because you're writing in second person. You want to write in third person, not second person. So avoid using first and second person such as I, we, you, us. You want to avoid first and second person and only write in third person. So to avoid using the word you, you can replace it with one does or a person does. Just avoid using first and second person. Now, evidence of internal citations and references, you need to make sure you have that, because I'm going to be looking for that in your report. Organization of the paper, make sure that it is organized, and make sure you have a side heading for conclusion. Again, let me go back to sample report. This sample report has an introduction as a side heading. Let me zoom. Side heading has an introduction. You have your title here, and this is just a sample, and you have another side heading, and you would put your trait, whatever trait you're talking about, as a side heading, and then write your paragraph. Notice that the internal citation is available in parentheses. The period comes after. So you have the author's last name and the year for the internal citation. Just be aware of that. And there's another internal citation to give the author credit. Now, if there is a direct quote, you want to put quotation marks around the sentence, wherever the direct quote is. Here's another internal citation. If there is no direct quote, you don't worry about quotation marks. Now, here's the conclusion side heading, and here's the conclusion paragraph. I need to make sure that you all understand that I'm going to look for those components. Do you have an introduction? Do you have a body explaining what your topic is about? And do you have a conclusion paragraph? And the last page should be your references. Now, this is a sample report. This student did not put a minimum of 3 references. That is something you need to make sure you have, a minimum of 3 references. Make sure that you have your references in APA format. And the video that has the link that I shared with you in Blackboard, and I shared with you also in the email, your student email, gives you some instructions on how to format an APA. And I recall giving you also the handouts on APA, and they were saved as PDF files. So you have those pages as well. So make sure you have a minimum of 3 references in alphabetical order. Make sure your author's last names are in alphabetical order. And I am done talking about this. This assignment, work ethics assignment, is due on Wednesday, April 15th. Okay, now I want to mention that you should use transitional expression to help the reader guide the reader to whatever sentence you go into next. So these transitional expressions are available. You can see those that have similar ideas. Okay, and let me zoom down so you can see. And you can see those who have contradictions that show contrast. So you want to use transitional expressions. And those that indicate a purpose, result, time, or position, examples. So you use these type of transitional expressions or parenthetical expressions. It's the same thing, parenthetical expressions or transitional expressions. They help the reader, guide the reader to the next train of thought that you have for the reader. And then the summary, you're going to use those in conclusion or therefore or in summary. So you use transitional expressions, which are also called parenthetical expressions. Okay, done with that. So let me close out of this and this. And remember your table of you can go and look at the work at this table of contents to get the definitions here, but you should have your articles. And you have been to the library 2 times to get orientation on how to research articles. And a video is available in Blackboard to review. Just in case, you can go out there in Blackboard, and here we go. These are the videos that help you research for articles that relate to your topic for work ethics. And also look for these, use this video to help you with your research for your PowerPoint presentation as well. And speaking of PowerPoint, let's see here. That's the rubric for the PowerPoint. Okay, here we go. That's the work ethics assignment instructions that I've given you in the past. I've sent them to you so you can see that these are the instructions telling you how many pages and all that and what to upload. So you're already aware of the instructions here for the work ethics. So I'm done with that. And I'm looking for, it's a PowerPoint type. Anyway, let me go down and see what's here. Okay, this is the rubric for your work ethics, so you're already familiar with this. Is a different rubric. Now, when it comes to the PowerPoint, I'm going to show you, because I got limited time, I'm going to show you that in this PowerPoint, you're going to make sure you put your own voice in here. So let me show you how to do that. You will actually go to Slideshow and click on Record Slideshow. And I'm just going to give you an example how this works. You click on that and click on the first one, says Start Recording. So you want to use your own voice. Start recording. Greetings. This particular presentation is over Chapter 9, Meeting Essentials. And as you see, class, that this timer is recording me right now. And you can see that. If you want to pause, you can pause. And then if you want to resume recording, you can resume recording. And then you continue talking and go to your next slide. After completing this chapter, you should be able to, and these are the different bullets you can discuss. So this is just an example of what to do. And then you can pause if you want to, and then resume and continue discussing each of the objectives. And then you talk about the next slide. And you will help the person that is viewing this presentation that you know how to record your voice. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click the X. Now, what I'm going to do is begin the presentation so that you can hear. Just click from the beginning. This particular presentation is over Chapter 9, Meeting Essentials. And as you see, class, that this timer is recording me right now. And you can see that. If you want to pause, you can record. And then you continue talking and go to your next. After completing this chapter, you should be able to. And these are the different bullets you can discuss. So this is just an example of what to do. And then